Yes, Gabriel, one of the best centre-backs in the game, and he's been part of a backline that's conceded just 5 goals in 11 Premier League matches. Arsenal will absolutely miss him at both ends of the pitch. Firstly, let's talk about in attack. No centre-back has scored more goals from headers since the start of the 23-24 season. His ability really at corners is unmatched across the division. He's even set up 7 big chances as well for his teammates. At the back, Arsenal have been high performers over the last 3 seasons. Gabriel contributing to 32 clean sheets, which makes him second on the list. The player ahead of him is Arsenal teammate William Saliba with 35. And Gabriel's consistency and concentration might also be underrated. He hasn't made an error leading to a goal since August 2023. Absolutely phenomenal. It means Mikel Arteta is faced with a rare selection decision at the back for the vital North London derby on Sunday afternoon. Arsenal have used the joint fewest centre-back partnerships for the last 3 years, with 7 in total. Saliba and Gabriel have started 69 times together in this time frame. No other partnership has started more matches together. Arsenal's defence could be without Gabriel, and maybe even Calafiori too. This derby just got a whole lot spicier.
It certainly did. Clinton, how big a blow if Gabriel is missing? Well, not just for the Spurs game, but then Chelsea and also Bayern Munich.
Huge blow. One of the best defenders in the world at the moment and one of the best players in the Premier League. Like we said it a few seasons ago when Saliba was missing, how crucial. But I think when they missed Saliba for a few games this season, Mascherano coming, I think Gabriel's took his game onto a whole different level. I think it'll be a huge blow, especially the North London derby. You want your best players. He's been captain recently. He's been leading by example. They've just alluded to it. He's a threat from set pieces. He's a centre-half. As a centre-forward, you don't want to really play against centre-halves like that. He's commanding. He's a leader. It'll be a huge blow if he misses out. But I feel like I've seen this before, maybe, where Gabriel could be fit. That's why you're not hearing anything at the moment. I don't think you will hear anything until Mikel Arteta does his press conference. But you want the best players to be fit. So I, for one, hope he is fit because you want to see the best players playing in the Premier League. It'll be a huge blow if he's not fit.
An important player to this Arsenal team. Is he the most important player?
Yeah, I do. I think at the moment he is. I do. I think if he's missing, there's not really players that can come in and fill that void. And maybe him and Saka, because I still think with Madueke injured, no one can come and kind of repeat what Saka's doing. But you look at it now, Odegaard's out, Eze comes in and does a brilliant job. I think if Gabriel is out, what player's going to come in? Mascherano's done well, but he's a right-sided one. He can move over to the left, or Saliba can. They can play Calafiori there, but they don't have the presence like Gabriel has. So I think he is probably their most important player at the moment.
Up to this point, Arsenal's injuries haven't really impacted them that much. We've been talking about their squad depth a lot, haven't we, this season? But is that a sign of the quality in the Arsenal side, or have they benefited from a league that basically everyone else seems capable of beating each other?
No, I just think the squad's brilliant. I think their recruitment was outstanding in the summer. And that's what they did. There were times over the previous season where they picked up injuries and they couldn't handle the injuries. I think they can handle the injuries now because they've got players like for like that can come in and replace. Might not be as good, but will still offer a lot going into that Arsenal team. But yeah, they've missed key players. You look at that, Jesus, Havertz, Madueke's been good, Odegaard, Norgard, even Saka's missed a couple of games. And Arsenal have still managed to win football matches. So when these players come back firing fit, Saka is back and Norgard's fit, but the other 4, when they come back, the squad's even better. So they do have good squad in depth. That is why you have to credit the hierarchy in the summer. They back Mikel Arteta, and now there's pressure on Arteta to deliver.
So North London derby next. It's after that dramatic late slip at Sunderland. Do you think the international break came at a good time for Arsenal?
Yeah, I think it did, but if Gabriel's injured, then no, because basically he wouldn't have gone away on international duty and got injured. But that's what you have to expect. When you play for one of these top teams, you are going to be an international player. And these managers, they don't like these games during the season. Now, the next one now is not too much, so they can work with these group of players, and there's a lot of gains. But yeah, you got to credit Sunderland. I thought Sunderland were outstanding against Arsenal. Going to the Stadium and Lights, always a hard place. Conceding so late will be disappointing for Arsenal, but still, Arsenal are still the favourites at the moment to win the Premier League, but they have to be careful because Man City, never rule out Man City because they've got the best manager around.
Ooh, we'll come on to that. Thanks, yes. Clinton.
Well, there have been only 3 centre-backs to win the PFA Player of the Year, and there have been calls already this season that Gabriel could become the 4th in 2026, particularly if Arsenal go on to win the title based on their strong defence. But, of course, one of his main rivals for the award, yes, it's Manchester City's Erling Haaland. We can't not talk about him. Another 4 goals in this international break takes him beyond his previous record of 50 goals in a calendar year. It is now 51 in 2025 for club and country in all competitions since January. He is on track to score an astonishing 62 goals by the end of the year.
Right, so who has had a bigger impact than this season? Gabriel, you know what's going. Gabriel leading a defence that's conceded just 5, or Haaland's 14 Premier League goals already?
Yeah, see, that's a tough question, but being an ex-centre forward, I'm always going to say Haaland. Because
after everything you've just said about Gabriel.
Gabriel's been outstanding, and I think Dave's right. If Arsenal go and win the Premier League, I think he might get the PFA Player of the Year. But this man, the numbers that he's going to do, Dave just said at the end of the season, if he keeps going, Bella, he could have 62 goals. That's not normal behaviour from anybody. I don't care what anyone says. He's unbelievable. And what I like about him as well is off the pitch as well. Like my son was saying, you should see him on his social medias, Dad. He's so funny. So it's his favourite player now, Haaland. He just loves him. He says he's engaging with the fans and he's brilliant. And he's also a fantastic striker. So yeah, for me, I'd probably just go Haaland. But Gabriel is close. I think Gabriel's been fantastic. If you're saying it's for position, then Gabriel's been the best centre-half. Haaland's been the best centre-forward. It's a hard one to call.
Not a question, is it?
Yeah, but I've gone for Haaland.
Okay, fine.
Sorry,
fine.
I apologise.
All right, thank you. Now listen, just on Haaland, okay, look, can he sustain this title challenge all mounted on his own back?
I think other players will step up. I do think they need goals from other areas. I feel Phil Foden's in good position. I think Cherki can be good once he gets up to speed. Mamouche is coming back. Doku against Liverpool, I thought was outstanding, scored a fantastic goals. So if you can get goals from other areas of the pitch and keep him fit. But he doesn't mind the pressure. By looking at Haaland, he doesn't mind the pressure. He will carry Man City. But it's not him single-handedly carrying Man City. They do have players behind him, but he is the goal threat. He is like, you're thinking if they pick up an injury to Haaland, I'm not saying their title hopes are completely done, but yeah, they'd struggle massively. But yeah, they have got other players. And at the moment, they're winning football matches without the Ballon d'Or winner in Rodri, who will come back and be fit. And he's another fantastic. But Gonzalez has gone in there and done well. But this guy, Haaland, no words can describe what he is. I don't think we'll see anyone like that for a long time. The way he scores goals, he's just born to score goals. Any youngster, just go and watch him. He's fantastic.
Not normal. I think that's the best way.
He's not normal.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not normal. I think sometimes Tottenham fans want to be entertained with the style of football. That is not Thomas Frank, and it hadn't been. Even though he got great results at Brentford playing, at times it was good football, but it suited the way Brentford wanted to play. If Tottenham fans think Vicario's going to get it, he's going to play to Mickey van der Ven Romero, and they're going to have 25 passes like Man City do and cross it into the box and Charlison's going to score. They're wrong. That's not going to be like that because Thomas Frank wants to get the ball quicker and cause other teams pressure. So you just have to buy into what he's doing. And at the moment, it's been an all right start. But as I said, they're 2-1 up against Man United. And you said earlier, Bella, they conceded with the last header of the game against De Ligt. That's just, he'll be more frustrated about that because I know how big he is on set pieces. And that's just someone that's let their runner go and he gets a free header.
So maybe a little disconnect at the moment
Yes.
with the fans in terms of his ideas that he wants to implement. But I guess the best way to appease them would be a win in the North London derby.
If he wins the North London derby, fans are loving him. I think most of the fans do like Thomas Frank. It's just going to take time, but this is the game. This is the fans. The fans want the bragging rights for this are the games. And as a player, there's probably only a few that are going to be on the bench. Maybe Dane Scarlett will be involved, who's come through the academy that knows this game and what it means. But there is other players there as well, and it's a big game. It's
you literally have just got a smile on your face just thinking about it.
Because it's so big. It's one of those where you're thinking, listen, I didn't play for Tottenham or Arsenal. I'd have loved to have played for one of those two teams. But what I'd say is one of those where you're thinking, it's a derby game. You know what it's like. You want to be the hero in games like this, and you know it's bragging rights, and fans will love you. So if Thomas Frank can get a result at the Emirates, it's a hard game because Arsenal are in fantastic form. With or without Gabriel, it's still going to be a difficult game. So yeah, but it's one of these where one of these new players at Tottenham, someone like a Xavi Simons, could make himself a hero.
The Premier League is back. Excited?
Of course I'm excited.
Oh, I could act it. This weekend's fixtures are headlined by a vital North London derby as leaders Arsenal host Tottenham Hotspur live on Sky Sports. But there's real doubt over whether Arsenal are going to have their defensive leader Gabriel after he suffered a groin injury with Brazil during their friendly with Senegal. Now, he was substituted in the 64th minute at the Emirates. We are away.